Something I found interesting while going through chapter 8, um, the area where it talked about proper back care and like sustaining or receiving lower back injuries. I think when I played football in high school, I hurt and damaged my back, but I've always blamed it on that. But after reading through a little bit more of just proper back care, I came across just ideas and just different tendencies that I tend to do that can cause back pain, or at least lead towards back pain. And so a couple of these, like, I mean, not physical inactivity because I'm very active, but the way I sit and my posture, I love to lean. I love to slouch, or, when I'm sitting down, I don't sit at a 90-degree angle with my back against the chair. I'll usually slouch, or when I sleep, that was a big one when I was looking at the correct way of sleeping on page 304 in our book. I definitely do not sleep properly according to this book. And funny enough, a lot of time my back hurts. I'm always applying icy hot. I jacuzzi like 4 or 5 days a week just because my back just always has a tendency to hurt. And so looking at the different methods and ways that I lead to back pain, and then how they're involved in my life, little tendencies that I do. So I just, between sitting, sleeping, just my posture in general has been pretty bad as I recognize it more and more. And I talked to a couple other friends when I asked them, like, oh, like do you notice like that I sit differently, or and so that's been a huge thing. So a couple different websites I found. WebMD talks about proper sleep and how sleeping can cause your back to hurt more, or be in pain, which then leads to sleepless nights lead to stress and anxiety, which then can, the full circle of, then it can lead to back problems and just health problems in general. If you have health problems, you might have trouble sleeping, and the whole cycle continues and continues. And it was really cool reading about that, and just how to sleep, either with a leg between your pillow, or your pillow between your legs, or on your side, or the pillow below your legs, and so your feet are a little bit elevated. I kind of do the opposite. I sleep with like 3 or 4 pillows all under my neck, so I'm like half risen while I'm sleeping. And looking at this website, looking at the book, it definitely cringes my neck, which can cause lower, either neck, or causes neck pain and then lower back pain as well. And so that's something that just totally caught me by surprise, because I didn't think sleeping would affect why my back hurts. But that's a big one. And then it was cool on backprevention.com. It talks about different ways that how we hurt our back. And one thing is, I love doing crunches, but they're talking about different styles of how you do crunches can affect your back, just with the torque and the movement of crunches in general. And so I've definitely learned and trying not to do that, or do the crunches the right way. Another one is stretching. I've mentioned it multiple times before. I hate stretching. I'm very unflexible, and they talk about doing yoga, doing stretching both pre and post workout, where I used to only do like 5 minutes of stretching. So that was one of my goals back, I think in week 1 or week 2, is to stretch more. And so I've been slowly doing that more and more, but and I feel better when I move and when I'm working out, but just long term wise, I need to continue working on my stretching. They recommended on this website doing yoga, like basic yoga. Last week I did yoga for the first time in 4 or 5 years, and it was only the second time I've ever done yoga. So I definitely felt great. I was definitely sore after it, but it was a good feeling. And I weightlift all the time, mostly free weights. So feeling uncomfortable during yoga was new to me, but I knew that my muscles were being pushed in a different area in a different way, and so I definitely enjoyed that pain. Also, just working on, for me with the back pain, is working on sitting properly and up straight, keeping my lower back straight and not slouched over. I think a big one is when I watch TV or when I'm on my couch reading, I'm always either hunched over to read because my couch is pretty low to the ground, or if I'm sitting watching TV, just how I've started to put a pillow behind my back to give me more lumbar support. But these are different things that I've read through different journals. So it's been a big help. So yeah, there we go. All right, guys, have a wonderful week.